Brian Custer. That's Ray Lucas. That's Mike Westhoff and Chad Cascadden. Our Janae Coakley, she's in Oakland. She'll be joining us in a bit. I'm thinking if I'm Todd Bowles, first thing I'm saying is I got to teach my quarterbacks how to slide.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, the seventh play of their drive.
Absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, Fitzpatrick gets hurt with the left hand, and it just seemed like it all just went downhill after that.
Again, we've talked about this numerous times on Ryan Fitzpatrick. I love the fact that he's aggressive. I love the fact that he uses his feet to be athletic. But when you're in the open, you have to consider what happens if you come out of the game. That slide head first, if he would have just slid feet first, there was no way he could get his hand hurt. Geno Smith, have you watched what Ryan Fitzpatrick did in the first quarter? You're running down the sideline and take a shot. And granted, you got up. I knew you were hurt as soon as you got hit. He got decleated. So, again, start thinking about other people besides yourselves. There was no reason for Geno Smith to take that hit, but physically, on both sides of the football, Mike, they were handled by the Oakland Raiders.
How about Geno just throwing the ball away, maybe?
Good point.
One time.
Just throw it away. It was very disappointing, I think, especially to me, for the number one ranked defense to go out there and to perform like that and get beat in all aspects. They didn't tackle. I didn't see anything scheme-wise that jumped out at me today.
No
I
pressure
didn't see a blitz that looked like it was going to get there. I'm ready to give an Amber Alert for Leonard Williams now. I'm telling you. Where was he? I mean, this is the highest-rated player in the draft. Now, I'm expecting a dominant football player, and it just didn't happen. So those things and the lack of physicality, very disappointing today. Very.
You know what, Coach, I played on some bad teams, 3-13, 1-15, 95, 96. And what I saw today was a team that traveled to Oakland, thought they were going to beat up on them. You know, they're ranked 32nd in the league in passing. And I got to tell you, they got their butts kicked. They did not show up with attitude. What's up with all these missed tackles? You know what tackling is? Tackling is not just technique. It's attitude. It's wanting to send a message. And my gosh, we saw Cromartie miss. We saw Williams miss. We saw Davis miss. This was an attitude. They showed up in Oakland thinking that their stats were going to win the game, and they got it handed to them.
You know, at one point, I saw number 20. I'm like, I thought Kyle Wilson wasn't with the Jets anymore. It was Marcus Williams. Missed tackles, not covering.
This is a good enough team.
Yeah.
Chad, I remember those teams that you talked about.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying not to. I do.
This isn't that team.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
You were right.
No.
They just weren't. This is a good football team.
It is.
That all of a sudden just didn't go out there. But it's not easy. Oakland came into this game rolling a little bit, guys. You know, last week they played a heck of a game out against San Diego. They're rolling a little bit. They can run the football,
Coach,
but at the same time,
you got the tailback Mary runs for over 100 yards. Are you kidding me? The guy looked like he was Roger Craig from the past.
It's no doubt.
You could not stop a guy who just came. I mean, the guy's a rookie. I mean, granted, your front seven is supposed to be the strength of this defense.
It wasn't.
You talked about Cromartie. He was awful. Oh. He was awful today. He couldn't cover anybody. Crabtree goes over 100 yards receiving. So, again, this isn't just like one individual. This is the whole squad.